Attention passionate Chicago, Bears fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Chicago Bears' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Chicago Bears fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Chicago Bears fans. Let's get to the news all right. Bears fans, hold on to your hats because the NFL rumor mill is buzzing with some serious potential moves that could reshape our secondary and quite possibly our entire season. There's talk about the New Orleans Saints, currently sitting at 2-7 and looking to rebuild, making a bold move to trade Alontae Taylor, their standout cornerback, to Chicago in exchange for a third-round pick in the 2026 draft. And let me tell you, this isn't just some run-of-the-mill trade rumor. This could be one of those game-changing moves that defines the rest of our season and even sets us up for a deep playoff run. The Saints, who are focusing on clearing cap space to extend the contracts of key players like Derek Carr, are also trying to rebuild their roster. They've got a lot of issues on defense, especially in the secondary, and they see trading Taylor, a young, talented corner with a lot of upside, as a way to both free up cap space and get a valuable draft pick in return. The Saints are also eyeing a rebuild at quarterback, which makes sense given their current struggles. But for us, in Chicago, this potential acquisition could be a real game changer. Now, why is Alontae Taylor such a hot commodity for the Bears? Well, let's look at what he brings to the table. Taylor, who's just in his third year in the league, has been emerging as a lockdown slot corner, and he's got the stats to back it up. Coming into 2025, he's played 10 games, racking up 33 solo tackles, 17 assists, 50 combined tackles, along with 1 sack, 15 sacks for loss, and that all-important interception. He's also been recognized twice as a Pro Bowler, which speaks volumes about his talent and impact on the field. His PFF grade is an impressive 88.5, and he's allowed a completion percentage of just 54%, with an EPA per target of -0.28, making him one of the more efficient defenders in the league. What makes Taylor particularly appealing to us is his ability to neutralize short routes and his versatility in the secondary. He's primarily been used in the slot, about 80% of his snaps, which is exactly where we need reinforcement, especially considering how much yards after the catch we've been giving up. Right now, our tackles in open space are averaging about 7.5 per game, and yards after reception are around 6.5. Adding Taylor would help us tighten those numbers significantly. His career stats are solid, with 12 interceptions, 200 tackles, and a couple of Pro Bowl appearances, all while maintaining a relatively low injury risk, having missed only 1 game so far. From a strategic standpoint, bringing Taylor into Chicago would mean strengthening our secondary against NFC North rivals and the league overall. Imagine him covering the Vikings' top receivers, like Justin Jefferson, with his coverage rating of 89, or helping lock down their passing game. His presence could boost our pass defense rate from around 14% to over 33%, making it much tougher for opposing quarterbacks to find openings. Plus, it would bolster our turnovers, increasing our average interceptions per game from 1.5 to perhaps over 2.4, which could be the difference maker in close games. And let's talk about the impact on our overall defense. Adding Taylor would not only improve our pass coverage, but also reduce yards after the catch, a crucial stat considering how often teams exploit our secondary. Our yards per reception could drop from 6.5 to around 4.0, and our pass completion percentage allowed would decrease, making us more feared across the league. This all adds up to a more aggressive, opportunistic defense that can turn the tide of games with timely turnovers and big plays. It's exactly the kind of boost that could elevate us into serious playoff contention, and who knows, maybe even a Super Bowl run. Now, what about the NFL odds? Right now, Chicago's Super Bowl chances are around +13.0, but with a move like this and the subsequent boost in our secondary, those odds could tighten considerably to +4, 500 or better. It's a long shot, but with the right pieces in place, the Bears could become a dark horse in the postseason. Taylor's addition might even serve as a catalyst for our defense to become one of the league's top units, especially in terms of turnovers and limiting big plays. The NFC North is wide open, and this move could help us take control of our destiny, especially if we're able to shut down top receivers and force turnovers. Of course, there are some reasons why the Saints might be willing to part ways with Taylor. By trading him, they free up about $8 million in cap space, which they need to extend Derek Carr and improve their offensive line. They've allowed 28 sacks this season, so strengthening their OL and freeing up cap space makes sense for their rebuild. For us, the Bears, this is a no-brainer, a chance to add a young, proven corner who can be a cornerstone of our secondary for years to come. Taylor's ability to play in the slot and cover the league's best receivers makes him an ideal fit for our defensive scheme. Picture this: Taylor lining up across from the Vikings, Justin Jefferson, or helping contain the Packers' top receivers. His ability to reduce yards after the catch and his knack for creating turnovers could be the difference in those nail-biter games that define our season. It's not just about filling a need. It's about elevating the entire defense and giving our team a real shot at competing at the highest level. And if all goes well, this could be the piece that pushes us from playoff hopefuls to serious contenders. In terms of stats, if Taylor joins the Bears, we could see a significant improvement in our pass defense. His 2025 stats show a guy who's already making an impact, a total of 12 INTs in his career, which means he's a playmaker, and that's exactly what we need. His ability to cover in the slot and his low yards per reception allowed make him a valuable asset. The potential boost in turnovers and reduction of yards allowed after the catch could turn our defense into one of the league's most feared. But it's not just about what he brings on the field. It's also about the message it sends to the rest of the league. The Bears are serious about winning, and making a bold move like acquiring Taylor signals that we're ready to compete now, not just in the future. It energizes the locker room, excites the fans, and puts pressure on NFC North rivals to respond. This move could set the tone for the rest of the season and beyond, establishing the Bears as a formidable defensive unit that opposing offenses will think twice about facing. Of course, no move is without its risks, but given Taylor's injury history is relatively low, missing only one game so far, and his proven production, this trade seems like a smart gamble. It's about adding talent, depth, and playmaking ability to our secondary, which has been a bit inconsistent this season. With him in the fold, we can rotate more effectively, keep our defensive backs fresh, and implement a scheme that takes advantage of his strengths. Looking ahead, this move could also influence our draft strategy. If we acquire Taylor, we might focus on bolstering other areas of our roster in the upcoming draft, knowing we have a true lockdown corner in place. It allows us to be more flexible with our picks and focus on building a balanced winning team. Plus, with the NFL trade deadline approaching, this kind of bold move could energize the fan base and energize our players, knowing that management is committed to making the necessary moves to contend. In the grand scheme of things, this potential trade could be the start of something special for the Bears. It's about more than just adding a talented corner. It's about sending a message that Chicago is back in the game, ready to compete with the best. The NFC North is getting tougher, with teams like the Vikings and Packers always lurking, but with a player like Taylor, we can match fire with fire and even take the lead in the division. So Bears fans, keep your eyes peeled. This move, if it happens, could be one of those defining moments that takes our team to the next level. It's about building a defense that strikes fear into opponents, creating turnovers and making big plays when it counts. We're talking about a player who can change the dynamic of our secondary and help us chase that elusive Super Bowl title. It's exciting times ahead, and I can't wait to see what happens next. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Chicago Bears news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Chicago Bears fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Chicago Bears. Do you think acquiring Alontae Taylor would be the move that pushes us into serious playoff contention? Are you excited about the potential impact he could have on our defense and our chances to finally get back to the Super Bowl? We want to know your thoughts, because your passion and insight make this community stronger. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Chicago Bears news. We're in this together, and the best is yet to come.